What is up, guys? Anthony here, and welcome to the breakdown for Detective Conan chapter 1051 and 1052. Alright, guys, so right off the back, things that I saw in the comments, like where I read. I saw things where people were saying that this is a Scud missile. Okay? I don't think it is. Okay, I don't think it's a Scud. It could potentially be one, yes, but the one thing I don't understand is why would you have all the TNT? If you had a Scud missile, like a missile, why would you need TNT? Like, why would you need explosives? All right, but anyway, that's not the crazy thing here, right? The crazy thing is this. Amuro and Wakasa Sensei. Right? Wakasa Sensei lost a shogi piece. On that shogi piece, there is an inscription. The piece is a bishop piece. Okay? A bishop. That's one of the top 3 pieces in on the shogi board. I believe it's the king. I think it's like a lancer, and then I'm going to quickly just double check this. Wait 1 second. I'm going to bring this up here. Shogi pieces. Okay. So the top 3 ones are the king. It's like, so we got the Kaku, which is bishop, which is 1. Hisha, which is the rook, and 1. And Gyoku, which is the king, in 1. So these are the top 3 pieces, right? These are the most powerful pieces in the shogi, in shogi. And Wakasa Rumi here, Wakasa Sensei, has dropped a shogi piece that is quite important to her. It seems quite old, and we also got a little bit of thing in that the crime in the murder of what's his name? Where? Haneda. Tsukichi Haneda. That's the. Where is it? Sorry. Haneda Koji. Sorry. So obviously the crime happened 17 years ago. Haneda Koji always had a particular shogi thing. It was his good luck charm, and it was the bishop. And then all his personal effects, that was the only thing missing. So it feels like they're potentially setting up that Wakasa Rumi is Rum. She's the number 2 of the BO. That's what it feels like. And I know a lot of people are like, I don't know. Like, it feels too obvious and too easy to make that assumption. Yes, but sometimes the hardest thing to see is the most obvious thing. So I'm thinking there's one or two outcomes here when it comes to Wakasa Sensei. Okay, in who she actually is. One, she comes off as very clumsy and all that, but we all know it's not clumsiness. She's doing it on purpose. Okay, we're seeing multiple times, even in this chapter, where she slips and goes bang and puts her elbow through the glass. Right? That's She's slipping on purpose, alright? Simple as that. There's nothing subtle there, alright? So there's one or two things, okay? She's either a good guy, she's like a PCB or, another FBI, I don't know, something like that, CIA, something along those lines, right? And she's trying to get information, okay? Or she's Rum. She is Rum. Or thirdly, she's somehow related to Haneda Koji. As maybe a younger sister, maybe a girlfriend, an old girlfriend. We don't know. Okay? The reason I say this is because of this. Why would you have the shogi piece? Okay? If you have the shogi piece, it's one or two people. So it's assumed that Rum took the shogi piece. Okay? It's assumed. It's not confirmed, it's assumed. So it could potentially be that, but it could be maybe a younger sister or a girlfriend, and Haneda gave it to her as a keepsake, saying, hey, this is something that's very precious to me, I want to give it to you. Okay? That's another possibility here. Okay. And the other thing that I found very interesting was how Wakasa Sensei looked at Bourbon when Bourbon appeared. Like when Amuro appeared on the bus. And I believe that was in the previous chapter. I'm just going to quickly jump to that, guys. Because I want to make sure that because it was the way that she looked at him. It was like she was staring him down. If that made sense. And where is it? Give me. And there's a couple of other things, like, because one thing that I'm not 100% sure, maybe you guys can confirm for me in the comment section below, but like guys like gin, vodka, Vermont, all these ones, I don't know if they actually know the name of the boss of the BO, because in the chapter 1051, where the teacher was talking about that she just doesn't like birds, where is it? So like she mentions Karasu, alright? Karasu, I imagine someone all black and sly, a conspirator who's hard to get close to, right? And it's like Karasuma Renya, as we know, is the boss of the BO, the boss of the organization responsible for shrinking Conan, right? So it's interesting as to like why would she bring that up? Like out of everything, why would she bring that up? Right? Because one thing that I think, I'm not 100% sure, is that like gin, vodka, all these guys don't actually know the name of the boss. They just get like a message, I think it's like an email, a text, something like that. There's a particular ring, and that ring, alright, boom, and away they go. And they just do the job. And I believe Rum is the one who organizes all this kind of stuff. But why would Rumi, of all people, at that particular time, with Conan right there, bring up the boss of the black organization? Because I believe the only one who, I think Vermont has met the boss, or has met Rum. The only thing is like, the only other person that I know that would have met the boss would be Rum. Rum, the number 2. The number 2 would be working very closely with the boss in making sure what the boss wants gets done. So I find it interesting that she brought up Karasu, as in Karasuma Renya, the boss of the BO, right? So that's one thing I found very, very interesting, right? And then we have Bourbon. Amuro comes in, defends the kids, and then we get a very set image here. The image is Wakasa Sensei staring Amuro down as Amuro is talking to Conan and to Haibara. But obviously Haibara's hiding her eyes as he's talking to Conan, right? And we're getting, it's like an intense stare down, like she's watching him intently. Why? There's a lot of things in these 2 chapters that don't make sense. Her purposely losing her phone so she can't call the authorities. Her slipping on a bit of grass when she's just standing there and putting her elbow through the glass, through the window, so they can get in. There's so many little things that she has done in these chapters that's just kind of like off. And the other thing is, Bourbon or Amuro doesn't actually react to her. So she reacts to him, but he doesn't react to her, right? So this is the interesting part. Like, I don't know what's going on here. So this is Amuro ends up finding a shogi piece, all this kind of stuff. So I'm curious as to what's actually going down. Like, why are all these little scenes that we're seeing with Wakasa, her staring him down, her doing these little things. Obviously, we're seeing time and time again with the slipping and all that kind of jazz, but there's a lot more going on here, and it could be setting up that Wakasa Sensei is Rum, and I know that's not the popular opinion. The popular opinion that she's a red herring, but things just are kind of adding up. She has a shogi piece that has Bishop on it. That's the one piece that was missing. We have her staring down Bourbon. We have her doing little things that just aren't advantageous at the time, right? And now we're going into the mystery. What, you know, if people are saying that it's a Scud missile, all right, it could be that. But what's it for the TNT? Why is there so much TNT? What's the TNT for? That doesn't explain the TNT, so I'm not quite sure what it is. Like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to really go through and just really look at everything to realize what's going on. But even like right now, I'm still not 100% sure what the whole point of this case is. Obviously, we've got the three guys there. They're all there looking for something in particular. What is it? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But anyway, guys, overall, these two chapters were solid. Very good chapters. I'm very excited about this. I'm looking forward to seeing how this all plays out over the next week. I think the next chapter comes out in 20. Yeah, Shonen it says number 20, so I think that's going to be either next week or the week, possibly next week. So I'm very curious about what's going to be happening, because if it's a Scud missile, it still doesn't explain the reason for the TNT. But yeah, we're going to have to wait to see. Anyway, guys, that is all for me. Let me know in that comment section below what you guys think. Do you think it is the missile? Is it a missile? What led you to believe that it's the missile? Let me know in that comment section below, guys. And as always, guys, I'm Freno1, or Anthony, and you guys are awesome. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.